as harness racing is concerned, the spotlight falls at Addington in Christchurch in New Zealand for the running of the $1 million Lion Brown Inter-Dominion. That kicked off last night. We'll be taking a look at that in World of Sport a little later on, but it was certainly a good night for Australians, with Paleface Bubble taking out the first heat, Alpine Fella running second, and then in the second heat bag limit, the brilliant Victorian pacer, recent winner of the Winfield 250,000, and it's been suffering shoulder soreness over the last couple of weeks, but came out last night and performed very, very well to win its particular heat. So that was good news for Australia. The trotters didn't do quite as well, but as I said, we'll be taking a look at the Pacers heats of the Inter-Dominion in World of Sport, so I hope you can join us. Also, to coincide with that meeting in New Zealand was a big program of harness racing last night at Moonee Valley, and whilst it was a good night for Australians over there in the Shaky Isles, it certainly wasn't a good night for the punters of the Valley last night. First event was the Mobile Stakes, and the favourite here was Raglan Skipper at 7-4.
At the 350, Flaming Thunder 4 metres in front. Columbia 2 and Raglan Skipper are trying hard. In fact, he's gone now, Raglan Skipper. Majestic Jester out 3 wide, gets to second. Tendency out wide is making up some ground. The Dark One's right off the track, followed by Purple Spot. At the top of the straight, Flaming Thunder 4 metres in front. Tendency on the outside is bridging the gap, and Purple Spot is out in the clear. Tendency went to the lead of the 100. Purple Spot is trying to go with him, and Little Crafty Lee on the inside making ground. Tendency in front near the line, and Tendency wins by 2 metres to Purple Spider. 1.5 metres away, third was Crafty Lee. Carathil Bismarck.
Tendency starting things off well for the bookies at 8-1 from Purple Spot at 4s, Crafty Lee 12s, and Raglan Skipper was the favourite, and that was unplaced, should be 7-4. In race 2 on the card, the favourite Supreme Bromac at 6-4.
Metres. Set for start, they're racing. Amana restrained, beginning quickly, Tender Trap. She's going forward, looking for the lead, trying to head off Flamingo Kid, but can't. Supreme Bromac caught 3 wide early, followed by Barbaston Breeze on the inside of Colonel Sam. Then Mayakabar on the outside. Hanover Boy caught wide, restrained and last, followed by Amana, and Garibaldi Knight is second last. Supreme Bromac caught 3 wide out of the straight the first time. He now goes forward the third within 4 metres of Flamingo Kid. Tender Trap now ends up with a 1-out trail, followed by Barbaston Breeze on the leader's back. On its back in turn, Colonel Sam. 5 metres to Mayakabar, followed by Garibaldi Knight. Amana third last on the inside, and 6 metres away, Hanover Boy. Halfway along the back in the first circuit, and Flamingo Kid's in front by 5 metres to Barbaston Breeze. Supreme Bromac, the favourite, caught without cover. On its back in turn came Tender Trap, followed by Colonel Sam on the inside. 4 metres away, Mayakabar, 3 back on the outside. In behind them came Amana, followed by Garibaldi Knight, and last some 5 metres away, Hanover Boy. Some 25 metres off the leader, Flamingo Kid, around the turn with 1,000 metres to go, and he's gone fairly quickly, Flamingo Kid. He's 4 metres in front, down the straight, a lap left to go. Supreme Bromac on the outside, racing second. He's had no luck in the run, followed a neck away third by Barbaston Breeze. Every chance for Tender Trap. She's hard up on the back of Supreme Bromac with a circuit to go. Colonel Sam on the inside, Mayakabar the outside, Amana third last, second last Garibaldi Knight, and last is Hanover Boy. Flamingo Kid at the 800, 3 metres in front, and it's had a nice run from on the outside, Supreme Bromac. Barbaston Breeze on the leader's back, followed by Tender Trap fourth. Colonel Sam fifth and held up on the inside, followed by Mayakabar. In behind them came Amana from Garibaldi Knight, and 6 metres to Hanover Boy. Inside the 600, Flamingo Kid snuck away 6 metres in front of Supreme Bromac on the outside of Barbaston Breeze. Tender Trap about to pull to the outside as Mayakabar goes forward. Colonel Sam on the inside, followed by Garibaldi Knight. Then Amana, and 6 metres away, Hanover Boy. Flamingo Kid giving plenty of cheek though, 350 out. He found 7 metres now to Supreme Bromac. Tender Trap now pulls to the outside. She's making ground. Barbaston Breeze under pressure from Colonel Sam, Mayakabar, Garibaldi Knight, Amana and Hanover Boy. At the 200, Flamingo Kid still 6 metres in front of Tender Trap on the outside of Supreme Bromac. At the 100 though, Flamingo Kid 5 metres in front. Tender Trap and Colonel Sam making up plenty of ground on the outside. Flamingo Kid in front. He's getting weary, but he hangs on, Flamingo Kid. He wins by 1 metre to Colonel Sam. 6 metres away, third, Tender Trap. Supreme Bromac knocked up from Garibaldi Knight. Then Hanover Boy, Mayakabar, Amana, and Barbaston Breeze has run last.
He got a bit tired, but he got the money. Flamingo Kid at 3s from Colonel Sam 8s, Tender Trap at 5s, and Supreme Bromac was the favourite, unplaced at 6-4. In the third event, the Mobile, the favourite Highway King at 2-1.
Green light on for the Gary's Advice Stakes, and they're racing. Shadow Shade on the inside began quite well, but so too did Brook Shadow, Royal Valley and Colonial Kid makes a line of 4 at the judge the first time. In behind them, Bowl Gaze, followed by Andy Adios, and the favourite last early, Highway King. Shadow Shade retained the lead from 1 early from Brook Shadow, Royal Valley, and Colonial Kid still racing deep, followed by Bowl Gaze. In behind them came Andy Adios, and 8 metres away, Highway King. Along the back straight at the 1650, Shadow Shade is 3 metres in front. Royal Valley on the outside gets to second, 2 metres away third, Brook Shadow, followed by Bowl Gaze, 1 out. In behind them came Andy Adios, 1 off the fence, keeping Colonial Kid out wide, who's going forward once again, as Royal Valley now takes on Shadow Shade and crosses coming off the back, and the favourite biding his time back at the tail, Highway King, off the back of the 1250. Royal Valley went to the lead by 4 metres, Colonial Kid, third placing Shadow Shade, followed by Bowl Gaze racing fourth and every chance. Brook Shadow 3 back on the inside, followed by Andy Adios, and 8 metres away, Highway King. Around the turn, 1,000 metres to go. It's Royal Valley in front by nearly a sulky's length, Colonial Kid. On the leader's back is Shadow Shade, being trailed up by Brook Shadow. Bowl Gaze racing fourth and 1 out from Andy Adios, second last, and 3 back on the outside. And 8 metres away, Highway King, some 20 metres off Royal Valley past the judge the final time. It's Royal Valley in control at the 850 by 2.5 metres, Colonial Kid. He's worked in the run after being caught wide the first circuit. Shadow Shade racing third. Bowl Gaze is fourth, followed by Brook Shadow. Andy Adios is second last, and still 6 metres away, Highway King. Along the back inside the 700, it's Royal Valley by 3 metres to Colonial Kid. Shadow Shade racing third, followed by Bowl Gaze. Brook Shadow fifth on the inside from Andy Adios, and 8 metres away, Highway King. At the 500, Royal Valley a metre in front of Colonial Kid. 4 metres away, Shadow Shade on the inside. Up on the outside is Bowl Gaze, every chance, followed by Brook Shadow. 1 off the fence as Andy Adios goes to the outside, and trailing it in turn is Highway King. 300 out though on the turn. It's Royal Valley by 2 metres, Colonial Kid. Bowl Gaze, after having a pretty good run, goes to the outside, 3 wide. In behind them, Shadow Shade not going well from Brook Shadow, Andy Adios, and the favourites last on the turn, Highway King. Royal Valley at the 150, just in front by a neck. Colonial Kid and Bowl Gaze have got it quickly. Bowl Gaze on the outside went to the lead at the 100. Colonial Kid is trying to go with it. It's been a good run, Colonial Kid, but Bowl Gaze having the easy run gets in. Bowl Gaze by a metre, Colonial Kid. Third placing 4 metres away, Brook Shadow, I feel, just in front of Andy Adios and Highway King. Royal Valley knocked up, and last in was Shadow Shade.
Bold Gaze at 3-1, driven by Mark Hayes to take out the money from the 10-1 chance, Colonial Kid. Brook Shadow at 7s, and Highway King, the favourite, unplaced at 2-1. The Edgar Tatlow final was race 4. The favourite Rhetoric at 6-4, and there was certainly plenty happening.
Could say. All set, they're racing. Vesta's best. He's missed it about 10 metres, beginning quickly, Smooth Cruiser. He's in search of the lead with Von Trapp on the outside. Von Trapp is burning. He's trying to head off Smooth Cruiser, the turn coming up. Half scramble, but out of scare for a moment there. Smooth Cruiser checking Rhetoric badly. And also Ambrose Devil. Michael Dundee was skittled. Out of its gear there for a moment too was Smooth Cruiser. Got back into its gear fairly quickly to third. Lord Keys gets to second. And Von Trapp is left well clear in the back the first second. Waikari Apache gets to fifth. In front of him, Silent Marine. Rhetoric is lucky to be on all fours, followed by Ambrose Devil. Then Vesta's best, and 15 metres away, Michael Dundee. They're well and truly strung out. 120 metres would cover the field. At the 1250, Von Trapp in front by 15 metres to Lord Keys coming off the back on the first circuit. Smooth Cruiser racing third. 8 metres to Silent Marine. Then Waikari Apache, followed by Ambrose Devil off the fence. Rhetoric on the inside, followed by Vesta's best. And 15 metres away, Michael Dundee. 1,000 to go on the turn, and Von Trapp is in a world of his own down the straighter circuit to go. He's 12 metres in front of Lord Keys, 6 metres away third, Smooth Cruiser, some 10 metres to Silent Marine, followed by Waikari Apache, and he's got them off the bit, Von Trapp with a circuit to go. Ambrose Devil working up on the outside of Rhetoric, followed by Vesta's best, and 10 metres to Michael Dundee. Well, can he keep on going? Von Trapp out of the straight at the 800, he's 6 metres in front of Lord Keys. Smooth Cruiser racing third, 6 metres to Silent Marine. Waikari Apache fifth has had a pretty good run, some 8 metres to Ambrose Devil. Rhetoric on the inside, followed by Vesta's best, and 10 metres to Michael Dundee. At the 600, Von Trapp 5 metres metres in front of Lord Keys. He's had a nice run. Third placing Smooth Cruiser. 6 metres away Silent Marine, followed by Waikari Apache. 8 metres away back in the field Vesta's Best, followed by Ambrose Devil. Rhetoric can't win, and 6 metres away Michael Dundee. At the 400 still Von Trapp. He's flicking the tail. He's 6 metres in front of Lord Keys, followed by Smooth Cruiser the outside. The danger could be Waikari Apache on the outside. He's winding up and making ground. Then Silent Marine from Vesta's Best held up, followed by Ambrose Devil. At the 200 Von Trapp will straighten up 10 metres in front. Waikari Apache on the outside is trying very hard, followed by Smooth Cruiser. In behind them Vesta's Best, followed by Silent Marine. Von Trapp, he can hardly lift his legs. He's broken, Von Trapp. He's still in front. He's broken 80 metres out. He's all over the place like a C6 sailor, but he's got there, Von Trapp, by 6 metres to Smooth Cruiser. 2 metres away third, Waikari Apache. Then Lord Keys, followed by Silent Marine. Vesta's Best in behind them from Ambrose Devil, Rhetoric, and last in was Michael Dundee.
Well, he had his problems, Von Trapp. 2 protests, interference at the start and galloping in a home straight. Both were thrown out and he retained the race at 3-1. Smooth Cruiser 6s, Waikari Apache 9-2 and Rhetoric the favourite unplaced to add 6-4. Race 5 and the favourite here was Spare Bow, odds a pop.
They're set, racing. Wilbur can't go early. Beginning quickly, Spare Bow, the favourite. He leads quite comfortably early from Son of Vic and To Learn Tim caught deep. In the centre is 10 Wire on the fences, Wilbur, followed by Diamond Magic, Toby Dwayne, and 2 metres away, Corfu last. After travelling 300 metres and Spare Bow's in front by 5 metres to 10 Wire without cover. Momentarily, Son of Vic is racing 3 wide, followed by Wilbur on the leader's back. Diamond Magic gets to 5th on settling, followed by To Learn Tim. Corfu now second last one off the fence, and Toby Dwayne last and 3 wide for a stride. In the straight at the 1800 and Spare Bow's in front by 6 metres. Son of Vic on the outside gets to second now within 5 metres of Spare Bow. On the leader's back and racing third, Wilbur 4 metres away, Diamond Magic, 3 back on the inside. Here's Toby Dwayne now from last out, 3 wide, asked to go forward. 10 Wire in the centre, To Learn Tim second last and 4 metres away, Corfu. Out of the straight, a lap and 3/4 to go. In front, Spare Bow. Out 3 wide, Toby Dwayne is going forward. On the leader's back as Wilbur in the centre now, Son of Vic. He works up to the 1 out trail as Toby Dwayne gets to second within 2 metres of Spare Bow. Then Diamond Magic on the inside of 10 Wire. To Learn Tim second last and 4 metres away, Corfu. Halfway on the back straight once again at the lap and a half mark, and it's Spare Bow. He's given a breather by 2 metres to on the outside Toby Dwayne. Wilbur having the run of the race third, followed by Son of Vic fourth after working early. Diamond Magic racing fifth and 3 back on the inside. A metre the outside 10 Wire. Second last To Learn Tim, 1 off the fence, being trailed up by Corfu. At the point of the turn, 1,000 metres to go. They're racing in pairs, bar for To Learn Tim second last and Corfu back at the tail, and Spare Bow narrowly in front at the circuit mark by a metre. 2 on the outside, Toby Dwayne. He's had to work on the run, followed by Son of Vic racing 1 out. On the leader's back as Wilbur being trailed up by Diamond Magic. 10 Wire on the outside from To Learn Tim, and last is Corfu. At the winning post, a circuit to go. Toby Dwayne on the outside. He works up within a head of Spare Bow and he's matching strides now. Corfu pulled to the outside, 3 wide, but To Learn Tim came out in front of him, 4 wide, leaving the straight. Son of Vic in the centre, Wilbur the inside. Diamond Magic the rail, and last is 10 Wire. No more than 12 metres had covered the field at the 650. Spare Bow a neck in front. Toby Dwayne's worked the outside, 4 metres away, Wilbur He's in need of a run from Son of Vic under pressure. To Learn Tim gets to third out, 3 wide, 4 metres to Corfu. He's racing deep, followed by 10 Wire, and Diamond Magic second last. Before the turn, coming off the back, 400 metres out. Spare Bow held together 2 metres in front. Toby Dwayne's under pressure the outside. To Learn Tim out, 3 widers boxing on. Wilbur still can't get a run. Son of Vic not going well from Corfu, Diamond Magic and 10 Wire. Spare Bow the favourite straightens up 2 metres in front. For the moment, Toby Dwayne is sticking on, followed by To Learn Tim. Wilbur back in behind them at the 120. Spare Bow, he got away now, 4 metres to Toby Dwayne. Wilbur To Learn Tim boxing on for the minors, but it's all Spare Bow. He's racing away to score easily. Spare Bow by 6 metres to Toby Dwayne. 1.5 metres away third, I fancy To Learn Tim just in front of Wilbur Then Diamond Magic from 10 Wire, Corfu, and Son of Vic has run last.
First favourite home for the night, Spare Bow 6-4 on, Toby Dwayne at 9-2 and To Learn Tim at 11-4. So not too much joy for the punters in the early stages at Moonee Valley. We'll be back to see if it improve after this break. On the card, and the favourite Prince Pele at 6-4 on. Your commentator is Brian Markovic.
Mr. Victoria's broken up. They're racing. He's out of his gear, Mr. Victoria. He'll take no part. Current Assets away quickly, trying to head off Navy Lock, and Prince Pele makes a line of 3. Now gets to 3rd. In behind them, 6 metres away, Kelly Lobel, followed by Plain Rapper. Then General Correspondence, followed by Plenty to Spare. And 50 metres away, Mr. Victoria. Current Assets on the outside, being hard driven, now heads off Navy Lock at the 1650. Prince Pele 3rd without cover. Will he have a crack at Current Assets? We're about to find out. Plain Rapper momentarily one out, followed by Kelly Lobel on the inside. 6 metres away, General Correspondence. A break of 12 metres to Plenty to Spare. And 50 metres away, Mr. Victoria. Prince Pele on the outside. He's now taking on Current Assets off the back in the first circuit. And the favourite crosses quite comfortably. At the lap and a quarter, it's Prince Pele by 5 metres to Current Assets. Without cover now, Plain Rapper second. 4 metres to General Correspondence, one out, followed by Navy Lock on the fence. He's now 3 back on the inside after being in front down the straight the first time. Second last is Kelly Lobel from Plenty to Spare, and 20 metres away, Mr. Victoria. At the 1,000 now, a circuit to go, and Prince Pele given a breather. Under a good hold in front by nearly a sulky's length to Plain Rapper. Current Assets on the leader's back, followed by General Correspondence racing 4th. Navy Lock is 3 back on the inside from Kelly Lobel. Tacking up now, Mr. Victoria the inside, and last is Plenty to Spare. Prince Pele's had a pretty good run into the straight the final time. He's 2.5 metres in front of Plain Rapper. 3rd place in Current Assets, followed by General Correspondence, one out. From last now, Plenty to Spare's out, 3 wide, asked to go forward. Kelly Lobel momentarily was going to come out in front of him. Back on the rail came Navy Lock, and last is Mr. Victoria. Prince Pele, though, 600 out, 2 metres in front of Plain Rapper the outside. 3rd place in Current Assets, followed by General Correspondence, every chance 4th. Plenty to Spare not going well, neither's Kelly Lobel. Navy Lock is held up, and last after blowing the start, Mr. Victoria. Before the turn, though, at the 400, it's Prince Pele by a metre. Plain Rapper for the moment sticking on, 4 metres to Current Assets. General Correspondence pulls to the outside as Plain Rapper joins Prince Pele on the turn. In behind them, Navy Lock from Plenty to Spare, Kelly Lobel and Mr. Victoria. At the 200, Prince Pele just in front of Plain Rapper, and General Correspondence makes a line of 3. Plain Rapper in the centre draws to Prince Pele. General Correspondence coming at the pair. General Correspondence out wide, maybe doing the better. He grabbed the lead from Plain Rapper. Prince Pele coming again, but General Correspondence gets up to win by 1.5 metres to Prince Pele. 1 metre away, 3rd Plain Rapper. Then Kelly Lobel, followed by Navy Lock. Current Assets in behind them from Plenty to Spare, and Mr. Victoria's run last.
1.5 metres by 1.5 metres. The margins in race 6, General Correspondence 11-4, Prince Pele 6-4 on, and Plain Rapper 9-2. In race 7, the favourite Pliability at 10-9 on.
Inside the 400, it's a match in 2. The Private Dancer 2 metres in front. Pliability on the outside, not done with yet. They're 15 metres to the Rosewood Peak, followed by Shy Face Skipper on the outside, making ground. At the 200 now, the Private Dancer. He had an easier run. He found 3 metres to Pliability, now ducking in behind the leader, and 10 metres away, the Rosewood Peak. At the 120, the Private Dancer, 4 metres in front. Pliability is trying very hard. She's had a hard run. The Private Dancer's had an easier run, and the Private Dancer will lead all the way and take out the prize by 6 metres to Pliability. 10 metres away, 3rd was the Rosewood Peak, just in front of Shot.
3-1, the Private Dancer. Pliability 10-9 on, and the Rosewood Peak at 3-1. The Trotters race was race 8, and it was a wide open affair.
At the 400, Josie Fenton still 4 metres in front of Kai Valley Gift. Under pressure, Spiker Light not going well. It's broken up, in fact. North Sea Rover out 3 wide, making up some ground, followed by Monty Python. Larkander wide, Casino Lynn checked and flattened by the galloping Spiker Light from Truckee Dock and Chauvinist Mount James Gypsy's Yodel. Josie Fenton 3 metres in front. Kai Valley Gift is drawn to it on the outside, followed by North Sea Rover. Truckee Dock tried to get the run on the fence. Monty Python broke up, and Larkander joining in, and Chauvinist is flashing through. Chauvinist is grabbing Larkander near the line. Chauvinist and Larkander a dead heat. Chauvinist and Larkander a dead heat. Very tight. North Sea Rover, Mount James and Josie.
Chauvinist got the nod by a half head at 6-1 from Larkander 10s, North Sea Rover 7s, and Josie Fenton and Spiker Light, the unplaced equal favourites. Second last race on the card, Riviera Jewel, the popular pick at 2-1.
She can't get a crack at them, followed by Highly Regal and Ray's Pony. Around the turn, 300 out though. Carome Julie on the outside quickly draws up to My Arden Bell. Medic now pulls to the outside, 3 wide to third. Then McAllister Vale, followed by Sea Chimes and Love to Spare. Riviera Jewel is third last, still can't get a run at the top of the straight, but Carome Julie sprinted to the lead at the 120. Medic on the outside gets to second placing. Riviera Jewel still can't get a run, followed by Sea Chimes, but it's all Carome Julie. She's too strong. Carome Julie wins by 4 metres to Medic. 2 metres away, third was McAllister Vale.
Andrew Peace taking Carome Julie home at 5-2 from Medic at 15s. McAllister Vale 8-1. Forget the favourite start at Riviera Jewel at 2s. Last race, and Bandana Boy the favourite at 6-4.
At the 350 though, Copper Class, she's going okay. She's 2 metres in front. Cardinal Ways worked on the outside. Ashwood Star getting into second placing, 3 wide. 8 metres away, Tarport Ed. Bandana Boy still can't get a run. Ashwood Star on the outside, the danger to Copper Class. Cardinal Way boxing onto the 120. Ashwood Star on the outside went to the lead from Cardinal Way. Copper Class can't go on. Bandana Boy is getting a run, but a mile too late. Ashwood Star wins. Well driven, and Ashwood Star gets home and well tried by 1.5 metres to Cardinal Way. Tarport Edge runs third.
Ashwood Star 3-1, taking out the final event on the card from Cardinal Way at 12-1. Tarport Edge 16s, and Bandana Boy the favourite unplaced at 6-4. The doubles last night at the Valley, Daily on 10 and 4, $4.65. Extra double 3 and 9, $12.75, and the quadrilla 3 double 9 4, $62.25. That was harness racing last night at Moonee Valley, and that brings to a close this morning's edition of World of Sport Replay. As I mentioned, a couple of big features coming up in World of Sport today, namely the Inter-Dominion pacing heats from Christchurch in New Zealand. We'll be taking a look at those, and also we'll be taking a look at the semi-finals of the Moomba Australian Cup for greyhounds, and a big night coming up tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us this morning. All my gear from Opal Southland. We'll look forward to your company next Sunday.
'87's most memorable minute.